How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to a new segment of this channel. I introduced the Driving with Jonathan not too long ago, and the feedback that I've gotten from that has been good, and I'm going to continue to do that as long as I can find the right trainers with the right message and we can sync up our schedules. I'll continue to do that, but I have a couple of other things up my sleeve, and the next segment that I'm going to be adding to this channel is going to be essentially like a trainer debate. And you guys may be familiar with another channel on YouTube that talks about boot camp called AXFIT. And the head trainer there, his name is Dani Chevalier. And it just so happens that one of my Dumbbell Sadara students over in Australia decided that he wanted to start a podcast to help trainers over in Australia the same way that I help you guys. And he asked upon myself and Dani to come on and then debate different topics. And I thought that that'd be a great idea just to get different perspectives. And I want to bring the podcasts over to you. And just put a little bit of a twist on it. We make it like a battle almost, where we want to see who gives the best advice. And so I'm going to encourage you after this video or during this video to come on the comment section below and just let me know who did a better job giving advice. Was it myself or was it Dani? Whose advice was more helpful for you, Dani's or myself? So it'll just help me to get my game up, and it'll just make it a lot more fun for me because I'm unbelievably competitive. So the first debate that we're going to put on is going to be on retention. So there's really not much else to say. Let's check it out.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Bootcamp Blueprint, the place where personal trainers go to grow their bootcamp and social media. I'm super excited because we've got the two best bootcamp instructors in the world. Let's do a quick intro. Who have we got?
Danielle from AXFIT. I'm here in Canada, and you can find me on AXFIT on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and axfit.com.
Awesome. And who else have we got?
How you doing, everybody? My name is Jonathan Hurdelis. I love business formation, business bootcamp stuff, and you can find me on Facebook at Jonathan Hurdelis. You can find me on Instagram, Jonathan_FitPro, and happy to be here.
Awesome. All right. So our Thursday sessions, we're aiming to get them down to about 15 minutes. They're going to be short. They're going to be sharp. They're going to be interactive. We've just picked a topic, and this topic is going to be retention. And we purposely haven't told anyone else what we're talking about to get that live atmosphere there. And it's interesting because I was speaking to Jonathan offline earlier, just before Danielle got on here. And he's like, man, I feel a bit sorry for Danielle because retention is my specialty. So, so he told me he's going to take it easy on you, Danielle, because he doesn't want to embarrass you too much in front of your 30,000 YouTube followers. So are you all right if he takes it easy so you don't get too embarrassed?
No, bring it on, Jonathan. I'm ready for you.
All right. Well, we might give you first crack then, Dani, since you're the underdog here. What's your best retention strategy?
All right. There's so many ways to keep your clients coming back, but for me, what I find is most important, all fun and games and joking aside with you guys, and you'll probably agree as at one point, is to keep your workouts fresh and entertaining. So that's what I'm known for, keeping my workouts fresh. I sell training guides to trainers all over the world all day long because I keep my workouts fresh. And the entertaining part is included in that. So your clients are coming in the door. They know that when they're driving in my class that they're not sure what they're going to get hit with, but it's going to be good. It's going to be hard. They're going to get the results they're looking for. And I make it fun and entertaining, right? So as trainers, you can't go in there and just time, stop, start. Maybe you're texting your phone. You're just going through the motions. You can't do that. Not even with one class ever. It's so important. So to me, it's kind of like we're workout artists, like I'm kind of like, I always want to be in a band, and maybe I'm like not going to be in a band because I don't do anything good musically, but I go into my class like I am like, this is my stage, and I clap and I cheer and I yell and I get up next to people. And if you're working on a hill or in the water or in the sand, you don't just stand at the end like, okay guys, like do this and then back. No, you're like running it with them, or you're tailing behind them. Don't let me catch you, and get up there next to them. Maybe give them a little push, see if they're holding it tight. Or maybe, Johnny, you can tell Johnny's feeling a little sad today, so you give him a little attention. You know, touch his shoulder in an appropriate way. So for me, it's keeping your workouts fresh, entertaining, and moving along. No dead time in your classes, and that's one thing I see a lot of trainers do wrong is they have that dead time during the class. So they'll have like people sitting there kind of waiting their turn to do something. Don't have your clients in a line. They need to constantly be moving because they're thinking, I'm paying, you know, every minute to be here. And I'm like, probably 10 minutes of the class today, I just like kind of was waiting for Johnny to finish his set. So fresh, entertaining, moving, and make them, you know, want to be there because it's more than just a workout. It's that fun, entertaining. They feel like they're at like a rock concert.
Love it.
What do you got, Jonathan?
So, yeah, I love that because I'm sure you guys will agree. We're in the entertainment business. If you think we're just in the training business as a boot camp instructor, I think you're mistaken. We're in the entertainment business. You got to entertain people. And what I love on that, Dani, is it's I think when a lot of people think retention, they're like, oh, okay, what sleazy sales tactics can I use? Should I give them a discount so they come back? Or should I give them, you know, multiple cheaper rates? Or should I give them a prize or new things or some sort of tactics? When a lot of the time it's just like, hey, just make your sessions fun and entertaining. And why would they go elsewhere? So I love that. Now, this is going to be interesting, your perspective, Jonathan, because you've talked up a big game. You've mentioned it's your specialty. You've mentioned you don't want to embarrass Danielle because it's you know, you're so good at it. So can you match that, Jonathan?
All right. I don't know why you're causing so much trouble, but I'll just roll with it. And my perspective is actually very different from Dani's in the sense that I've actually been spending a lot of time in the Facebook group and then asking a lot of my followers on YouTube, when you think about retention, what's the biggest stumbling block that you have? And a lot of trainers say, you know, I get a client and then they're there for a day or they're there for a week and then they jump around or they're there very sporadically, but I can't keep them long term. And essentially, no matter what, if you're a trainer, you're in business, you're an entrepreneur. But unlike Pepsi or you know, any, you know, big name business, we're not selling a widget or a thing. We're selling a relationship, all right? And we have to keep that going. So we're in the business of relationships, and the same way that relationships apply in the personal world, they'll apply in the business world. So when you, let's say, meet somebody at a bar or at a pub or whatever, and then you get their phone number, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to marry them, all right? You have to cultivate relationships, and the same holds true with boot camps. And you have to approach your clients the same way that you would approach, let's say, a romantic long-term relationship that you want established. So what I mean by that is taking steps to show that you're in this for the long haul so that they understand that you're in there for the long haul. I do agree with Dani where your workouts do have to be fun and fresh, but on a deeper level, I go back to what I said last week. You always want to make sure that the first workout is fun, because if, for instance, I wanted to marry a woman, our first date, I'm not going to say, I need you to marry me right now, all right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be light. I'm going to learn about her. I want her to learn as much about me. I want her to feel comfortable. And then next step in the boot camp would be letting them know that I'm different, all right? My unique selling point. Letting the girl know that I'm different. So after we do a couple of fun workouts, you know, taking her over to do a one-on-one and going over exactly why I'm different, what I do differently. So we do full fitness profiles, individualize our relationship so I have a deeper understanding of what she wants. And then from there, the same way if I was courting, you know, a relationship, I want to bring her into my family. I want her to know my friends. I want to cultivate a community with not just me and her. I would do the same thing with the client. I would make sure that they have a friend in boot camp besides me. I would take her outside of the boot camp. And, you know, establishing that emotional connection when your workouts, it's a given. Your workouts are supposed to be good. They're supposed to be fresh. But establishing that will separate you from the next boot camp, because everybody has a different workout if you keep on switching boot camps. So if you want them to stay with you, you're going to have to go to that deeper level and then build a connection with them, and then they'll stay and pay whatever you want them to. Love
it. Love that as well. I feel like that's then gone the next level. So it's like, all right, cool. That workout has to be fun and engaging. We need that. That's a basic, that's a given. Here's what I can do that's different. So if the boot camp down the road has also got that fun and engaging workout, well, hey, here's a couple different ways that I'm different. And I love how you broke that down in the dating sense with both sides of it. where it's like, hey, I want to learn as much about you as I can, which is key. So you learn as much about the client as you possibly can. And then also the flip side to it as well, you want the client to know about you. Hey, here's the person that I am. Here's what I do differently. Here's what I'm into. So I love that there. What's your opinion, Dani? Can you give us some feedback there?
No, I think that's good. I mean, it's tough to do. I don't really get how, Jonathan, you have a fun workout, the first workout, when it's a group class. So how do you make it fun and light for people when we're in a group? It's not one-on-one training. So if you're making it fun and light for people's first workout, how is it when you have your 20 regulars that are like, what the hell? Like, I want my hard workout. I'm here for my hard workout. So how do you do that? Because, or do you just tell the new person, like, hey, like, what I do, I say, go at your own pace. Like, don't be a superhero today. Even if it's like a fittest person, right? They come in and our stuff's different, so they find it tough. But you're saying every first workout for your new people, you keep it light. But how do you do that
Sure. Well, essentially, I have workout structures on a given day. All right. The actual workout itself changes, but from day to day, there are specific structures. And Monday and Thursday are my most controllable days based on the structure, where I can control people on an individual level, whereas Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, it can be a little bit nuttier. So I generally don't want new people to start unless it's a Monday or a Thursday, preferably a Monday. And when they do start, I do say the same thing that you do. I say, you don't have to be a hero, because there was a time where I used to completely change the workout if I knew I had a lot of new people starting that day. And the veterans didn't like that. Fast forward a couple years, but people now learn, and actually I have, my veterans now like to help new people. They like to take on that leadership role, like, hey, I'm your big brother or whatever. But in terms of structure, I'll usually keep my newest people in a separate group from my veterans, and I let my veterans know ahead of time, hey, we got a lot of new people coming in. If I don't talk to you as much, I want to make sure that nobody gets hurt, the same thing that I did for you, that nobody's confused, because I'm just very structured. And then I have rules in terms of intensity. I essentially set a ceiling for the number of reps or the amount of time that somebody's going to be working out, so that they don't overdo it on their first day. And during the workout, I'll purposefully interrupt people, because coming in, a lot of times people won't tell you their pre-existing injuries. You don't know what people have coming in. I once had a girl tell me, I had a stroke 2 years ago, and this is my first workout since my stroke. She didn't put it on her PAR-Q. She didn't put it on a questionnaire. I was like, you got to be kidding me. How can you walk into this group situation? But because I have her separated, I was able to say, all right, you and your group, this is the max number that we're going to do, so that she doesn't overdo it. And then let me know how you feel tomorrow. If you feel fine, I have no problem dropping the hammer on you. But if you're really sore, I'm glad that we took a step back. And while she's working out, I'm just asking her questions. Like I said before, what do you do? Do you have any dogs? What's your favorite sports team? What do you like to do? Just so that I know going forward, all right, now I can connect you with people that are of your similar athletic ability and your similar likes. And then that cultivates the community for me.
Love it. I'm a huge fan of that myself. I'll share how I do it as well. I use a strategy in between the two of you, I guess you'll say. So my boot camps are always 12-week challenges. So it's not, you can't just start at any time. You can only start at, I'm just going to say week 1 for now. So you can only start at week 1. So that week 1 there, the first couple sessions, I've got 2 trainers down. It's me and someone else. So if it's your first time at boot camp, you have to do at least 1 session with me, where I go over your technique, and it's more fun anyway. But hey, if you've come to the last 12 weeks or the last 2 years or whatever it may be, you're with the other trainer and you're just straight into it there. And I find within the first week, it's then I can get everyone in the one thing anyway. The only time I break that rule is with my Bring a Friend week, which is smack bang in the middle at week 6. So Bring a Friend week is in week 6. And then you can sign up for a little 6-week challenge at the back end of that. Same thing there, where if needs be, I can bring another trainer in there. But if not, by that stage, I just make sure that I've planned my workouts similar to what Jonathan does there, because there's some workouts which are hard to do, right? They're workouts that they've got to be hard. And if you're a beginner, you can't keep up. So those workouts there, I won't do that week. And that week there is a little bit more of the fun side of things there. So I've got I love a compromise of both of you two there. But that's pretty much all we got time for, guys, because we want to keep this short, sharp 15 minutes. We'll do a quick summary, and then we'll finish with our goals for the week there. or if someone wanted to have something to finish off with, we can add that there. But we'll do a quick summary where Dani's best retention strategy: keep things fun, keep them different, keep them entertaining, right? We're in the entertainment business here. Jonathan uses the relationship strategy. So yes, all that's important, but let's go further and let's create that relationship with that person there. Know about them as much as you can. Know about you as much as you can. Show them why you're different. Now, let's finish off. We'll do a bit of a closing summary there. Dani, if you want to give us a bit of a closing summary, anything you want to add, and then goals. What are you working on this week to grow your bootcamp?
Yeah, so like just going over what I said, be a workout artist, keep it fresh. I think that definitely the personal side is really important. I'm big on that. But if you have people, they're there for one thing, they want to get their ass kicked. They want to get results. So to me, that's number one. And my goals this week are, like last week, I got my amazing race going. I got my drop point set for that. So for this week now, I am making all up like the puzzle pieces and the like things and the envelopes. And I kind of told the crew about it. So they're getting all pumped up. That gets people excited. I told them to find a group of 4 so they can get ready for this. And then I'm starting to think about the fall, because the fall, just like every trainer here knows that's listening, there's always those different like kind of routines in people's lives, and everyone's going back to school. So I'm trying to, I'm coming up with my new like kind of fall challenge, something outside of what we do in our everyday at AXFIT. So that's my goal, and to get back making more of my training guides. We've had a busy summer here at Urban Surf, so I got to get pumping those out weekly again. People are asking me where I'm at. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Just the Australian version for that. Fall is just autumn, right? Fall means autumn.
Oh yeah.
Autumn. Yeah. Cool. So first, funny story. I was on this podcast earlier actually with Americans. And I was sharing some of my bootcamp strategies, and I'm like, yep, I always give away a 7-day bum challenge. You do my bootcamp, you get a 7-day bum challenge. And in Australia, bum means booty, right? It means your glutes, right? But I believe in the States, bum means a homeless person. So these people are like, wait, hold on, you go and train homeless people for 7 days? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, your 7-day bum challenge, you go out and you train homeless people for 7 days? And I was like, no, it's bum, it's booty. That's what we call it over there. So just the Australian translation, the fall just means autumn. And obviously other side of the world, your autumn is starting now. So that's our spring that's starting. All right, Jonathan, any concluding, and what are you working on for this week?
Yeah, my conclusion, a couple weeks ago, I think I saw it on the stocks that Apple, the company Apple that makes computers and iPhones and such, crossed $1 trillion, I believe, in net worth. The first company worldwide to cross $1 trillion in net worth, and I contribute a lot to that. I have an iPhone, I have 2 iPads, an iMac, an iPad Pro, and a laptop, and that's because they developed a relationship with me where their message resonates with me. So no matter what they put out, I'm a sucker for Apple. I'm going to buy all their stuff. And that's the same way you want to run your business. You want to put together a message and put together a structure and a business that resonates with your clients, and then you won't have to try as hard. They'll just be loyal to you for life. Obviously, always give your best foot forward for your clients, but establishing that message and that paradigm in their minds will keep them loyal to you. In terms of my goals for the week, we are in the last couple weeks of summer. It's very hard to control my clients because they're out doing barbecues and planning their last vacation. So my goal is that they don't gorge their faces too much, but I already know in the autumn we're going to have our fat loss contest. Fall, the beginning of September is one of the biggest times of the year for me because that's when everybody's going back to school, so their schedules go back to normal. They're not all on vacation. So, just promoting my boot camp and letting them know to get ready to stop all the nonsense they've been eating over the last 2 months. So my boot camp kind of runs on its own. I don't have many specific goals besides getting everybody prepped for the fat loss contest. But in terms of my personal goals, I've been spending a lot of time on the Facebook page. Anybody that's listening to the podcast that's not part of Jono's Facebook page, it's awesome. Shout out to Shelly, to Hin, to Linda. These are trainers I've been speaking to the last couple of weeks. They've been asking questions about like business websites and payment gateways. So I just want to be as involved as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to tag me. If you can't make it to my YouTube page, I'm there, and just happy to be a part of this platform.
Awesome. All right, guys. I'll see you both next week.
Bye.
Have a good one, Jono. All right, so that's about it. I hope you found the video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to comment below. And in terms of the battle, if you think that Dani gave better advice, put Danielle's name in the comment section. If you think that I did a better job, put my name on. Don't worry, I won't get offended. It'll just help me to get my game back up. So that's about it. As always, hey, if you're looking for that next level of help in terms of retention, the Dumbbells to Dollars course is going to give you everything you need in order to operate your business smoothly, get clients, keep clients, help them transform. So if you've never checked out the Dumbbells to Dollars course, go to www.dumbbells2dollars.com and I'm sure that'll help you. But that's about it. I'll be back next week with either a Driving with Jonathan, a debate with Dani, one of my regular piece of information, or my upcoming project for this channel, which is going to be very exciting. As long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels all, get rest, don't slap anybody, love your clients, they love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.